Alright. Alright. Hello, brothers and sisters, and welcome to Titanic Honor and Glory again. I realized I never did on this channel the older one, the older demo. And, you know, this is demo 3.1, as you can see on your screen. Just because of the way I like the window there, you can actually see Titanic back there in the window. I think it looks beautiful. But anyway, I noticed how glitchy it was in the last one, and I figured I wanted to do this version so that, you know, we could see what it used to look like. And this way make your own comparisons. If it turns out that that this setup actually works, maybe I'll go back to the 40, whatever the one is that I put up there. It's up there, I think, 401. Anyway, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do this because it just seems like fun. I click start demo, so is it demoing? Yeah, my setup's a little different too. I actually have my camera here and my game over here. I kind of figured pull my camera off the laptop.
First the train from London to Liverpool, then a short trip to the docks where I boarded the ferry to Dublin, then the long train ride through Ireland to Belfast. Not a bad ride, but excruciatingly long. Check in at the guest house in the town proper, quick supper, quick sleep, quick breakfast, and a hop on the local train here to the Holland and Wolff shipyard. Fortunately, it was punctual. I was worried about being tardy for being 3 hours early. My darling Claire always said to me, "Robin, you better get out of the house right now and go be useful for someone." She always did lovingly encourage me to show up for work early and give my best effort.
Now, the reason why I had this pulled off is to give the computer the best chance at recording this properly. I figured maybe if it wasn't trying to keep up with this beautiful face,
Titanic is likely no different from the Olympic. They're structurally identical. The Olympic underwent these trials months ago, so this should be a simple repeat. I board, observe her during the sea trials, vote aye or nay on her certification, and then I ride her back to Southampton. Come on, Robin, you can't mess this one up, as Claire always told me.
I really like how this demo begins, and it would have been really nice if... I really hope they actually decide to do a version of this game where they leave this in here. Is this moving sluggish, or... Okay, the run works, okay. But I love that you can actually...
Let's look at the positive. The weather broke, and now I've been given the opportunity to board the Titanic advance of the trials. This gives me a bit of time to really admire the beauty of the ship before I have to scrutinize every last aspect of her functionality.
Can I jump in the water? I can't jump in the water. Not that I really want to do. Actually, I kind of want to just explore a little bit. See if I can actually come over here. I really didn't do a lot of exploring before, so I figured the time was kind of right to just look around. Just look around. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to dilly-dally too much. I just wanted to check this out just a little bit. Anyway, I really hope they actually do some kind of a story, or at least a version of the game. Like, I could see them having a tour. The other Titanic game, Adventure Out of Time, you were able to just take a tour, and it wasn't a complete tour, though. There was a lot of things about that wasn't 100% on. But when I first saw the demo of this,
I had better find my way aboard. But I suppose there isn't reason for too much haste. No one else has even arrived yet, it seems. Plenty of time to explore, if I desire.
Exactly.
I'm quite surprised by the amount of confidence the industry is placing into this ship. She's not even certified yet, and her first ticketed voyage is just a week from now. No room for failure on these trials, I suppose. It's like getting dressed up for a date when you haven't even begun your courtship yet. How do you know if you'll be rejected or not? I learned that one the hard way.
Robin, I'm trying to talk and you keep interrupting me. Yeah, I noticed there's these like little whiskey bottles. Old Bushmills Irish whiskey, a blend 100% Irish whiskeys, established 1784. It's like, you see those off and on. I wonder if it's just something they designed and then just
Belfast Lough is beautiful, with the hills around it and the morning fog. It reminds me of what I always imagined Puget Sound would be like. A man sure can make a living out in Seattle, if he can hold off the plague.
John Milligan and Coy Limited. And I'm not going to spend too much time trying to get into the ship. They put this whole thing here, and it would be a shame not to explore it a little bit. Seeing how in the other one, they just completely the 4.0 or the 4.1 or 401, whatever it's called. They skip right over it. They don't even acknowledge this is here. Maybe people were.
I see they're doing all they can to extend my travel time. How do I find my way through this mess?
It's like I thought this was interesting. It was like before you got to the ship, they let you go through a little bit of a maze. I like that. I mean, it's not a big maze; it's small, but I wonder if maybe people complained about it, so they just ixnayed on the Azme. Or was it this way? It's been a while since I've done this. I don't remember the maze. I don't remember my way through the maze. But we'll get there. We'll get there. I have confidence in me. I'm a gamer. I believe I can go around this. Okay, maybe I can't go around this. I can't jump. Alright, so maybe it's around this. No, I could have gone around there too. Oops.
You just can't beat that train carriage arrangement. It really stretched my cognitive abilities. People simply aren't stimulated enough these days. Claire tells me that every night.
The ship is beautiful, though, isn't it? Outside and in.
Since the aft gangway is blocked, I'll board here through the first class.
Stoop, mind your head. Right. In the ship. Now, I had a friend, you know who you are, Stan, told me last time that I was wrong about some of my terminology about certain places I was at. I'm sorry. It's been a while since I've actually thought about anything Titanic. I've got a few of the movies on Blu-ray. Oh. Is it just loading in? Yeah, it's just loading in. Okay. Welcome to Demo 3. Press I to toggle info boxes. T to toggle black and white. Oh, I didn't know there was a black and white setting. If there was, I forgot about it. And that you have to wait for it to load in too, I guess. Alright, you know, maybe I'll.
Most first-class spaces should be accessible at the moment. but I may be able to venture down to third class for a spell through Scotland Road on E deck. I believe I'm
Audio's
boarding
clipping.
before anyone else. Robin, right now you're the most handsome man on the Titanic.
You're the only man on the Titanic. If you enjoy this demo, please consider supporting us at contributing at www.titanichg.com, which I highly recommend. If you're a fan of Titanic and you would really like to see what this looks like, I recommend it. Through these doors, passengers from the tenders at Cherbourg and Queenstown would board the Titanic. Others would disembark at these locations. The first-class Cherbourg tender Nomadic is the last remaining ship built for the White Star Line and is currently preserved in Belfast, Northern Ireland. It's like there's all these sections I would love to go in, but you can't. But they look so cool. But it's just much of this is still unfinished. First class elevator foyer. These 3 elevators lead to A, B, C, D, and E decks. D deck reception room. In this room, first class passengers meet before entering the dining saloon for dinner. After dinner, tea and light fare would be served as the orchestra played tunes of the day. Could you imagine if they went back and rebuilt this ship from the ground up, which I've heard that they are kind of doing it in a way, but rebuilt the ship from the ground up and just let me go in there for one night. Just one night. I won't break anything, I promise.
I especially commend them for modifying the bulkhead. I never cared much for what was on the Olympic.
First class dining saloon. Meal service in the first class dining saloon was included at the price of a first class ticket. Sunday mornings, the room would be used for religious services. The saloon was being set for breakfast during the iceberg collision. You can't go that way. Why can't I go that way? Why is that cart there? They're doing that to be funny. Funny, funny, funny. Can I get through there? No. Boy, I got a big ass. We can't get through there either. Nor
I
there.
see many of the tables are already set. There will be a fine banquet here for company and partner representatives, myself included, along with the one and only paying passenger joining us on our way to Southampton this evening.
Postcard over here. Or postcard? Is that a postcard? Can I look at it? How do I select items? I can't select items. I just basically look at them. Number 12. Okay, yeah, maybe I'm not supposed to go to that end. I don't know. That's okay. We got other places to explore. Yeah, after it loaded, it's running pretty good. We're gonna go upstairs. The audio's clipping again. It's like, I like how we can see down these passageways.
The lifts are out of order. That's fine. Real men don't take lifts. Lifts are for women, Claire says. Robin, take the long way up.
That's... Nope, you can't go beyond a curtain. This is what I was talking to the other one, where they actually would give names of who was in some of the rooms. Major Arthur Puchin, Commodore of the Royal Canadian Yacht Club. Adolph Salfield, chemist and perfume salesman. John Edward McGuire, Walter Chamberlain Porter. It's like, you could tell they did John and Marion Thayer, Vice President of Pennsylvania Railroad, that they've actually done their homework a little bit. Jack Thayer. Margaret Fleming, maid to Mrs. Thayer. Actually, go to Charles and Annie Stengel. Charles Natch. Benjamin Foreman. Donna O'Connor, maid to Mrs. Pianasco. Victor and Maria Pinasco, honeymooners. Okay. There's more. There's lots more. Ramon Artagavetia previously survived the sinking of the ship America, spent 40 years recovering from the trauma. Titanic was the first ship that made him feel safe. Yeah, that's the dude I was talking about in the other one. Your Cabin in Titanic, Adventure Out of Time, Cyberflix. Oh yeah, 1996. C-73. I remember that cabin. Post officers in Marconi Officer Saloon. Countess of Roth's noted philanthropist, and Gladys Cherry. Gladys. Not making fun of the name. Not making fun of it. Harry and Irene Harris, director of theater managers in Greater New York. Maids and valet saloon. First class passengers, personal servants look up their meals here. Or took their meals here. Okay. B-Dick. Cafe Parisien. This cafe is designed to resemble a patio cafe France, complete with artificial vines and windows open to the sea air. Passengers could relax and order tea and pastries served by authentic French waiters who were indeed actually Italian. Good for them. Remember when I was down there walking through that maze?
It does remind you of Paris, though excepting the smell of overflowing sewage. Wonderful memories are coming back to me of that city.
Recess for coats and hats. Those don't look like coats or hats.
Odd that this room would have its tables already set.
Alec.
Mr. Gotti hasn't even boarded yet. Oh well, top marks for presentation.
Unlike the first-class dining saloon on D-Deck, dining in this restaurant is not included in the standard passenger ticket. For an added fee, passengers may order from a menu at any time between 8 a.m. and 11 p.m. To the restaurant. Pantry galley. I can't go in there, can I? Not in this build. Okay, we're going to continue going up.
Love the wood detailing here. It's absolutely perplexing. Now that's a craft I can really respect. Lovely wood.
For
I've
instance,
always been fond of wood. When younger, I used to cut wood for the poor folks 2 streets over. My neighbors started calling me Robin Wood. They always laughed, but I don't know why. I wore that title proudly.
Francis Brown until he disembarked in Queenstown, Ireland. Now this, I wouldn't mind this. I mean, man, I think at most you were on a ship maybe a week to 10 days, at most. You could do worse. You could do worse. There's like an extra bed up there. So 3 people could sleep very comfortably in here. It's like, at night, give me my phone or my laptop. Although they would have to put... But even not, if I was back in 1912, man, I got lights. Let me take a couple good books with me. Dude, I'll be set. This is the aft grand staircase, which means there's something I want to do. Because I always thought this was cool. It was right here. Was it right here or was it over here? Oh, they got a plot for it. Oh, no, they don't. That's the barber shop. Oh, they do have a thing for it. And that's look up. You can see all the way straight through to the ceiling. I think that's freaking cool. It's like if they set up, if they continue setting up VR for this, like they mentioned they were going to, Man, exploring this...
I wonder if the barber will be on board for the run to Southampton. Lord knows I should fancy a shave after my journey here. Speaking of barbers, I'm quite glad old Harry is there to look after Claire while I'm away. They always were fond of each other, and when my son was born, Harry was particularly fond of him, never missing a birthday. See, this is the kind of friend a man really needs. His presence seems to even alleviate her hysteria condition.
I don't cast a reflection. I'm a vampire. Okay. And then more names. If any of those you're curious about, you could probably pause the video, or I'd say go ahead and download this. They still have it up to download. They have 3 and 4 up for you to download. So definitely, they're free downloads, and they're beautiful. If I continue going all the way straight through here, I'll get to the 4 grand staircase. Yep, I've been through here. The stairs lead up to the grand staircases, landings of A deck and the boat deck, as well as the lounge, reading and writing room, and gymnasium. And you can't
I
go...
shouldn't venture too far on deck. The Board of Trade members may board soon, and I'm expected to meet them.
You can't go out on the deck in this build. And this build has been around for a while. So, until the 4th one came along, you weren't allowed to go on the deck. And I was a little perturbed by that. Okay, we're gonna go down. I don't really have a heading in mind. Yeah, I was gonna say, this is D deck, right? E deck. Scotland Road. Scotland Road! Named after a street in Liverpool where many crew of the early White Star Line ships lived, Scotland Road is the main access passage for crew and third-class passengers. It ran the length of the ship along the port side, although what is featured here is only one section near the middle of the ship.
This is glorious. You can near well see half the length of the ship in this corridor.
Boiler Room 5. Boiler Room 4. Boiler Room 6.
Oh dear, the door is open. Perhaps I'm not supposed to look in here, but I can't pass up this opportunity for a little adventure. Oh, if Claire were here now to see me being so daring. Well, I suppose they're likely firing up the other boiler rooms.
I had two bits of dialogue playing over each other. It's a bucket. I can't walk past a bucket. Ooh. Oh, that audio clipping again. Not sure what that's all about. Yeah, it's glitching. It's glitching. It could be all the sounds. So, yeah, maybe we'll just go back to where it was good. Because, yeah, I don't know if you can see it. I'm sure you can. I'm sure the recording is definitely picking up every inch of this. There we go. We can't go there. Alright. Now, one thing I want to do in this before I think about calling it is the Turkish bath. And if I remember right, that was here on Scotland Road. Or maybe it wasn't. Actually, no, it wasn't, was it? So that's my memory. My memory. I haven't been here in a long, long time. Well, it seems like a long, long time. I'm just having fun looking down corridors. Actually, no, I think you had to go down the aft grand staircase. Someone's going to yell at me anyway, so it's what it is. But I'm fairly certain I got to go down the aft grand staircase. Actually, you know what? Maybe, is it F deck? I think I have to go to F deck. F deck and this lowest deck of the grand staircase. There are no first class cabins on this deck, and apart from the floor of the squash court, no first class facilities below this. God, I can't talk. This deck. Weighing machine used by passengers to compare weights before and after a session in the baths to see if they were able to sweat off any weight.
A nice Arabian motif with cooling colors as passengers relax after their time in the baths. But what a poor state these workers left it in.
Electric bath.
Who on earth is that lucky dog testing out the electric bath? And I believe I see a sliver of the plunge bath as well.
Yep, right there. Yeah, this design is just really, really amazing. Really amazing. Okay, I don't know really what else I want to explore here.
I'd hate to be corded back here in such a cramped cubby, the walls bearing down on you like all the troubles, hopes, and deepest desires you dare not dwell upon.
Plunge bath, swimming pool, watertight doors beyond this door. Alright. Let's see, where else would we like to visit? I'm going to continue going up. I believe through here I can get to the other side of the ship. Smoking in the companionways is strictly forbidden. Just so you all know. Where's my camera? My camera's right there. Just so you know. I don't know if anybody notices how often I keep adjusting my glasses. And the thing is, they don't fit right anymore. I've had these a little while. I've had these since before COVID. And I usually keep a pair of glasses as long as I can. But these are... It's getting almost time for a new pair. But they're still holding up. Yeah, that's that dude again. Where else would we like to visit? B-deck? We've been through here. And this is where that was. I went through the other side of this, right? Maybe I didn't. Thought maybe there was another postcard in here. I know there's another postcard down in the third class area, but I don't know, I might not cover that in this video. We're already in this video a little bit. You could check the B class cabins.
Cabins upon cabins upon cabins upon cabins upon cabins upon cabins.
Maid to the Countess. Lucy, Noel, Martha, and Miss Gladys Cherry, philanthropist, suffragette, and the Countess of Ross traveling with her cousin. Anne Perrault, maid to Mrs. Hayes. Mr. and Mrs. Thornton Davidson, daughter of Charles Hayes, athlete and co-owner of Canadian Brokerage House. Did I read that right? I read that right, okay. General Mr. and Mrs. Charles M. Hayes, Grand Manager of the Grand Trunk Pacific Railway. Master John Ryerson, Miss Emily Ryerson, son and daughter of the Ryersons. Victorine Chaudanson, maid to Mrs. Ryerson. Miss Suzette Ryerson and Miss Grace Scott, daughter of the Ryersons and governess. Mr. and Mrs. Arthur Ryerson returning to America to the sad news of the death of their eldest son, Arthur Jr. Boy, this was just a tragic tragic thing for everybody involved. Well, maybe not everybody, but... B-deck boarding entrance. Alright. Notices. Please consider a contribution if you enjoy this early demo of Titanic Honor and Glory. Titanic.com/contribute. Okay, we're going to go upstairs. We're going to bend here. And that's it. Alright, I don't really know what else I'm going to cover in this. I just thought I'd show it off a little bit because I spent a lot... That was weird. What was that all about? I've spent a lot of time in this one kind of poking around. Well, I did. About 3 years ago I did it. And ever since then I just... Hopefully we either get a new one or they actually get the game launched. But I guess they're still working on it. So who knows when that'll be. But that's going to end this episode. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you all in the next one.
Goodbye.